Welcome to Suffolk Sail on the Salt Marsh, and this is the first in a couple of videos about changing a Monohull Squib into a Trimaran. And Mark at Wildway Boats is doing this job, and I'm filming him. You can see the hull has turned up in the yard, and the first job was to lift it and to get the keel off it, and that was a nightmare in itself. That was very well fastened in, but we managed to do it, and Mark has now started work on the boat, as you'll see. There's the keel lying under the boat. Took a terrific amount of work to get that out, but we managed it. So there you are. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this pair of videos. There he is, look. Anyway, we're back to the Squib, and right, what have you been up to, Mark?
Well, we've just turned it upside down, and I'm just filling in the keel slot that the keel was in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm just chucking a couple of bits of glass over it for now, just to seal it, because I'm gonna fiberglass a nice big reinforced strip all the way down the bottom of the hull anyway, because it's going to be a trimaran now.
Yeah.
The hull will touch the ground at some point, like when I beach it at high speed.
Yeah. Which is a regular occurrence, isn't it?
Yeah. I do it for fun.
Well, absolutely.
So,
why not?
Yeah, so it'll be having to be beached, whereas before, when it had a keel, the bottom would never really have touched the bottom. So, but for now, I've just packed it out with some wood, and I'm just putting a bit of glass on top just to keep the water out for now. But at a later date, like I said, I'll get some wider. This is like a mix of fiberglass types, so it's chop strand matting, and it's also woven at the same time.
Right.
And,
yeah.
It's doubly strong. It's like a technical fiber.
Yeah.
So I'll get some wider stuff, and I'll build the keel up with that to make it so it can take the ground.
So what is this? What is that? Just that's just a fiberglass resin, is it? You're now putting on there?
Yeah, just a bit of resin on top, just to seal it in.
Yeah. All good. Well, we'll come back to it at a later date.
Yeah, when I've got to make a skeg, and I've got to make two bilge runners, so that when she dries out level.
Yeah.
So that I'm not sleeping on the huff, because this is going to be a cruising thingy type thing, and I plan on kipping in it. So yeah, I don't want to be sleeping at a jaunty angle.
No, not jaunty. We certainly don't want that, do we? No.
Level.
Level.
Yeah, would be great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's ideal. So okay, well, we'll come back to it when you're getting a little further on.
Yeah. Okay, that should be probably sometime in April then.
Yeah. Yeah. And at the moment, that's what, November. Yeah. So yeah. So
it's December now.
Oh yeah, because it is December. Yeah, that's right. Because you've got your Christmas baubles out, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. I've got my Christmas pants on.
Yeah, have you? Yeah, that is strange. I thought I saw Rudolph's nose. Well, you were talking a little while ago when the camera was off, and you were saying about a levelling compound.
Yeah, for some reason they shot blast the Squib hull. They shot blasted it to get the weight down, I think, or something. It was a racing one, and somewhere down the line, I think they were trying to make it as light as possible, but they've ended up just making it look like a breeze block. Let's have a look at that.
We get a little, see if I can zoom in, and that'll actually stay focused. Oh yeah, you can see that. You can see that.
Yeah.
And so you're using a. Well, obviously there's a compound there being used and been sanded back a little. So what are you going to use to get that flat? Because obviously, if you really want this to move.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to get that surface back on that?
Well, I've got a bit of leftover resin here now.
Hang on a minute. I'll zoom in. Oh yes.
So I'm just about to go and put some talcum powder in it.
Talcum powder.
Talcum powder, yeah.
Right.
And to thicken it up a bit, and then I'll screed it on with a blade.
Yeah. Yep. So every time you get a little bit left over, you're doing a bit.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Hence,
that's what happened.
hence,
with it.
yes, I can see now.
Yeah. So when I had a little drop of stuff, I knock up a bit of levelling compound and just sort of.
And a levelling compound is simply that and talcum powder then?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then obviously it's going to be painted over anyway. So this is just to fill in all of the craters.
Yeah. The imperfections.
Yeah, that's it. The divots.
Yes, that's the word we liked.
Right. So I'm going to go and do that now.
Right, well you go and get some and then we'll have a look at that. And while Mark has gone to mix up his levelling compound, you can see that these, with the 52 written on them, these are going to be the 2 hulls for the Trimaran. So that's it's the Squib Moran, that's what this is. You can see he's already started this side. I can see now what he's been up to, and these where he's bladed it on, and this will all be sanded back to make it lovely and smooth. You see, this bit here, and this here also he's starting to, you know, get some sort of finish on it, but it is extremely crater-like, you can see. And I've got a feeling she is going to be extremely fast. This is the same mixture but with talcum powder in there?
Yeah, talcum powder, yeah.
You're just painting that, oh you see, I see. What, and then will you just paint it on then blade it out?
Yeah, and then just blade it down, yeah.
Yeah. Almost a lovely finish already. And when you get your different grades of wet and dry on that, then.
Oh well, it'll need flattening down.
Yeah.
When at some point.
Well, obviously before you paint it. And sail it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when do you want this in by? When's this going in by? Bearing in mind this is what, December? No, it isn't. No, this is still.
That's December.
It can't be, because we're going to the AGM tonight, and the AGM is in November.
Oh yeah. Doesn't really matter when it is, does it?
What, when you get this in?
No, it doesn't really matter if it's November or December. You know, especially if you live your life, you know, not using time.
Yes, but that's okay, except if you miss the AGM.
Oh no.
And you're on the committee.
Yeah.
Well, and I might be by tonight if they vote me on.
Yeah, so I'd like to have this in by April, May.
Yeah, so you should be sailing it next.
April, yes. April, definitely April, yeah.
Definitely April.
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
Final answer.
Yeah, final answer.
April.
April. Okay, do you need to phone a friend?
No, I think I'm okay with that. April, yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Right, excellent then. April. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Shall we have a quid on it? A whole pound.
A pound? What about a bottle of tally-ho?
Well, I don't know if they do actually bottle tally-ho, no. And I did speak to the governor last night and sent him a message, and I said that you need educating, and that could he give me a list of all the Adnams houses that have got a barrel of tally-ho on, and he said he'd look into it. Yeah. So we might have to go and visit somewhere that has got a barrel, and then you can be.
So it could be Suffolk, sailing, Saltmarsh,
and drunk,
and beer.
Oh yeah, yeah, tally-ho. There you go. All right, well, we'll come back to this when you're getting the next bit done then. Lovely. Do well. Probably April. You can see Mark has been busy. He has completely coated in that hull, that Squib hull, with a levelling compound. And now he's got a good surface, he'll let that go off completely, and the next thing will be a really good sand, and that should give him a really good surface to paint. Yep. Another project. So this is the what?
Skeg.
The skeg?
Yeah, the skeg, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so obviously it helps it go on a straight line and stops it drifting sideways when you're going upwind, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But the two bilge boards as well should help a bit. And then obviously the Trimaran already has the hull shape that gives you the resistance. So when the Trimaran is heeled over and the float is dug into the water, then that would give us a bit of the resistance. But what I need is something on the hull as well, so that when there's not a lot of wind, where the hull isn't being dug in as much. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what sort of wood are you using for that?
Well, this is a Roco. This is just a bit I had kicking around.
Right, so a good bit of hardwood, so there's plenty of weight in that.
Yeah, you don't really want weight in a multi-hull, to be honest, but this is all I had kicking around. But it's going to be glassed in anyway, so it doesn't. The wood doesn't really matter too much. It'll have plenty of fiberglass on top of it.
Right. Yeah.
But
and what are you going to fix that on with then?
Jollop.
Jollop.
Jollop, yeah.
Okay. What, like sticks, like?
Well, yeah, polyurethane.
Yeah.
In a can. Jollop in a can, yeah.
Jollop in a can.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it's gone off, then I can glass it in. But I've got to put a little bit of a radius on it, on this edge here, for a bit of strength.
Yeah.
Which I'll use a bit of like chopped strand and a bit of polyester resin and chop.
Yeah.
And put a little radius on there.
Ideal.
And then glass it in.
Right, well, we'll come back when you're glassing it in then.
Okay then.
Do well. I can see you're in the mood for it.
No.
Aren't you?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, anyway,
right.
The point is you are now live. Well, you're not live, but, well, you are live, but you know what I mean.
Barely.
Christmas. Barely. Christmas?
Yeah, all my organs have expanded.
How was New Year's Eve?
Very good.
Was it?
Yeah, quiet, thanks. Yeah.
Quiet, but was there any alcoholic beverages?
There was a couple.
Oh, good.
Not very many.
That's good.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah, just a couple. Yeah.
And only then by Terry, I take it.
No, I was allowed a couple.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. But I went to bed early because I'm a lightweight.
Did you? Oh, yeah, you are. That's right, I forgot. Okay, right. So anyway, that's that. Anyway, Happy New Year, viewers.
Happy New Year, everybody.
There you go. And this is, and if you happen to be watching this in about July when I put it up, we filmed this in, look at that, Chinese water deer down there. Well, you haven't seen it, but there you go. This is... This is the Squib.
Moran.
The Squib Moran, okay?
Moran.
And this is the next part. Marcus fitted the, they're bilge keels, aren't they, really?
Yeah, well, little bilge boards, yeah. They're there really just so she dries out level and to give a little bit of resistance to windward. And I'm hoping that they're going to be enough to stop me sailing sideways. But if they're not, I'll have to put some sort of dagger board in, but I'm hoping that this might be enough.
You were saying, when we were talking about this, you were saying that may be that the two floats, if you like,
yep,
might help with that as well. How's that going to work?
Well, obviously the two hulls are from a Catamaran, a Dart 18, and they don't have a dagger board. They simply use their foil shape to give them the resistance when the sort of leeward one, that's it, the leeward one digs into the water. then that gives it the shape to cut through the water and get upwind. So I'm hoping that the shape of that hull will give me enough resistance as well.
Yeah, so
we'll see. We've got to test it and find out.
There's a little bit of belt and braces then.
It's a little bit of suck it and see.
Well, that as well, yes.
Yeah.
So this has been, now what you've done is you've faired this down with what?
Well, I just used a little bit of polyester mixed with talcum powder and just, faired it in a bit. I'm not overly worried about it. I'm not overly precious about it. But obviously it looked like a breeze block beforehand where it had been shot blasted, so I just wanted to take that out of it. And she's come up alright, not too bad, so the paint will take the rest of it out. So
yeah.
A few layers of paint.
Okay, well that's excellent then. So we'll wait and see what happens with the next bit. That's all very, very exciting, isn't it? And are you still on for, what do you say, April, May? April.
April, definitely.
Alright, excellent.
100% be out there.
Will you?
You see if I don't.
Well, we will see if you don't.
Oh, well, I'll be out there.
Well, that's okay then.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll be racing you in the Sweet Sue.
Because I'll beat you.
No, you won't.
You'll be nowhere near me.
No. Not when I got my skipper on board, the missus.
And your spinnaker up.
Yeah, me spin. Oh yeah, I got a spinnaker. That's right. I have got a spinnaker now. Yeah. Oh yes. Right. Well, that's brilliant.
Excellent.
Good.
Right.
Well, we'll have a look at the next bit when it comes along.
Let's crack on then.
Do well. How's it going with the Squib Moran then, Mark?
The Squibberon's doing alright.
Yeah, what you been doing to it?
Well, we glassed on these bilge boards.
Yeah.
And glassed on the skeg there at the back. So this is what I'm hoping is going to stop her sailing sideways.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, I'll have to put a dagger board in and a dagger board case. But I'll give it a go first. It might work. And then obviously I've sanded down all of the jollop that I covered the boat in.
Yeah.
Fairing jollop. And sanded all that down. And I'm just putting the paint on now.
Yeah.
So it's getting the obligatory garage floor paint.
Yes, garage floor paint.
Marine garage floor paint.
Oh yes, lovely, yeah. Yeah.
Getting that now.
Yeah, why do you favour garage floor paint? Because you told me about this before.
Because it's cheap as chips.
Excellent.
Yeah, cheap as chips and extremely hard wearing and also cheap as chips.
Do you use it on garage floors at all?
No, I wouldn't use it there, no.
No, just on boats.
Oh yeah, on boats, yeah.
Yeah.
And I use it in the bottom of boats as well as the outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jolly good.
Yeah, it's brilliant stuff.
Right, so Marcus painting that. That's the normal old sort of cobblers that we come out with. But he don't use it for garage floors because he ain't got a garage. But I'll tell you, huh?
I actually do have a garage.
You have a garage?
I have a garage.
Yeah, but you can't get in it, can you?
No, you can't see the floor.
No, so that's why you don't paint it?
No. That's one of the reasons I don't paint it.
Yeah, good reason if you can't see the floor.
Yeah.
And no, I'll tell you what though, that do go on lovely. Look at that. You could see your face in it. Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. Anyway, what is this boat? What was that name you were deciding you ought to call this boat?
I'm going to call it Chimera.
Right, now explain this, will you?
Right, well...
Because we had this all before and I didn't understand it the first time.
Well, Chimera is a Greek monster with the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a snake. So it's basically a monster that's been cobbled together out of loads of bits that have been lying around. Therefore, this is going to be called Chimera, because it's just been cobbled together with a load of crap I have lying around the place.
Do you know what? You're very deep, aren't you?
Oh, I am deep,
yeah. Deep.
Yeah. Murky.
Very murky.
Deep, murky waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go then.
Oh.
Chimera.
Chimera. There you go. So for anybody who's interested in ancient Greek, speak to Mark at Wildway Boats. He's a master of it. There you go.
And it's anti-fog.
So this black tar then,
The black tar, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Black tar varnish.
Yeah, black tar varnish, yeah.
Yeah. And then garage floor paint.
Yeah.
Which is the grey.
Yeah.
And you'll put a new white line on there when you're done, will you?
Yeah, I will do, yeah. But I'm still not convinced where the water line's going to end up just at the moment, because obviously we've taken the keel off, and I don't know how obviously the trim from forward to bow to stern, I don't know how the trim's going to end up, so I've got to get it all rigged up, put the beams on and put the floats on and drop her in the water just for a little bit to see how the water line's looking.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah, so at the minute I might have to, well, alter it slightly, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. Well, it's all looking good, and the sun is shining in Suffolk, so that's even better.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beauty.
Right, so what we've got to do now is lift the boat and turn it over. Our intention is to take it down to the river and to see, just get a float and then just see what the trimmer's like. Unfortunately, that didn't really go to plan. There just wasn't quite enough water in there, but we got a little idea, and Mark was happy with was as happy as he could be with the result. First job was to turn the hull over, and then we had to load it onto the trailer. We've got something under it because it's bound to move, something to take any impact. I think we've got some car tyres under there as well. We're just being very careful, we'll just take our time. And now she's in place, the next thing to do is get a strap round her, a double strap, so we can lift her onto the trailer. And Mark is just carefully positioning her on the trailer, and I am carefully driving the tractor. And I just want to thank our friend Roger Aston for this bit of film, because obviously we can't do everything between us. That was very helpful from him. Thank you, Roger. Should just say that this is a job or a project that Mark has had in his mind for a long time. He's wanted to do this and managed to find the squib hull and the two floats from a dart, and I think it's going to be a very, very fast boat. Well, we tried to put her on the water, there wasn't really enough depth, but all the same we did get a little idea of how it was going to go. I think Mark was quite pleased that we tried. So what's going on here then, Mark?
You again.
I've crept up on you. What's going on here? That's going to have another coat, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanding, innit?
Yeah, sanding, and you've got, that's the deck look good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Bit of deck paint on there, bit of grip.
Bit of grippy stuff, yeah?
Just happen to have a can kicking around.
Yeah, well that's always very, very handy, isn't it? Look at that. Looks a treat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've been starting looking at the Trimaran hull.
Oh yeah.
So just taking the fittings off it and gonna get it sanded down, get it painted.
Yeah.
Then think about the beams next.
Yeah. It's all very good, isn't it? Yeah. Excellent. Right, well the fact is that I just put the camera away, and then Mark started coming out with some other stuff. So I said I'm going to get the camera out again. So here we go. So let's have a look at this.
So this is a catamaran hull.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
this is a catamaran hull.
Yeah.
And it's a Dart 18.
Yeah.
It had a groin injury, as you noticed earlier.
Yes, we noticed earlier.
And then obviously I've got to fix this a bit. But what I want to do is I'm going to fiberglass tape these joins now. Because I don't know, obviously it's quite old. And I don't want it coming apart when I'm sailing down the Roar.
No.
So the aesthetics aren't too important to me as long as it floats. So I'm going to fiberglass tape all of the joins just for belt and braces, like.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Same just a job.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we'll come back and have a peep later.
Yeah, happy days.
Back at Wildway Boats with the Squib Moran. You can see us coming on nicely. What do you reckon, Mark?
Yeah.
Coming on nicely?
Yeah.
Good,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Just having a look.
Yeah. What you up to?
Well, I'm just putting the beams in that I don't think I've made long enough, but anyway, we'll cross that bridge later. But just have a look at just setting her up and seeing what she looks like, really.
Yeah.
Obviously I've got to get the back beam in. I'm just wondering how high the floats are going to be above the waterline of the Squib and that sort of thing. So just having a little look-see.
A little look-see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We'll come back at a later date.
Okie dokie.
So there you have it. That is the first part of the Squib Moran project. If you'd like to like and subscribe, you'll be sure not to miss the second part, which will come out when Mark has done a little bit more work on it, and probably including the first time we splash the boat, which will be April. So not long to wait. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.